Fine. Good morning, class. Welcome in my class. Hi, I'm CMA Lieutenant Nancy Gupta uh, in front of you, and I'm going to start my presentation with a topic related to corporate tax planning, which is basic definition of corporate tax planning. What it is today. It is company. The corporation tax in India is also known as corporate tax. It is a direct tax that is levied on total profit or income that corporate individuals make through their businesses. This tax has a specific rate which is imposed according to Income Tax Act 1961. Here, corporate entities that are responsible for paying corporation tax in India, both public and private entities that are registered under Companies Act 1956, incorporated corporation in India, corporate that has earned the status of Indian residents for payment of taxes, foreign companies that have established permanently themselves in India. Corporate entities is a company like, as per section 217, company means any Indian company or any body corporate incorporated by or under the law of a country outside India. Any institution, association or body which has assessed as a company for any assessment year under the Income Tax Act 1922 or was assessed under this act as a company for the assessment year commencing on or before 1st 4 1970. Any institution, association or body, whether incorporated or not, and whether Indian or non-Indian, which is declared by a general or a specific order of CBDT to be a company. Here, a corporation or a corporate entity is considered as an artificial person that is legally considered of having certain duties and rights, so that by law it has independent legal entity which is separate from its shareholder. In India, the corporates are divided first in company in which the public are substantial interest. Section 218 defines a company in which the public are substantially interested. It includes a company owned by the government or Reserve Bank of India, a company having government participation, which was not less than 40% of the share held by a government. Companies registered under Section 25 of the Indian Companies Act 1956 are companies declared by the CBDT, that is Central Board of Direct Taxes, mutual benefit finance company, a company having cooperative society. A public limited company is deemed to be a public limited company if it is not private as defined by the Companies Act 1956 and is fulfilling either of the following conditions. It is equity well listed on a recognized stock exchange. Its equity share carrying at least 50% of the voting powers in case of industrial company. In the limit is 40%. The relevant previous year, a statutory corporation or company in which public is substantially interested or wholly subsidiary of such company. Here, the company is divided in two conditions, that is Indian company or domestic corporation or foreign corporation. If I'll talk about the Indian company, what it is now, it is a company formed and registered under any law relating to companies formally in force in any part of India other than the state of Jammu and Kashmir and Union Territories. Any institution, association or body which was assessed by a company for any assessment year under Income Tax Act for the assessment year on or before 1st 4 1970. A corporation established by a or central state or provincial act, any institution, association or body which is declared by the board to be a company. An Indian company in case of a state of Jammu and Kashmir, a company formed and registered under any law for the time being in force in that state. In case of any of the union territories of Dadar, Nagar Haveli, Goa, Daman and Diu, and Pondicherry of a company. Sorry. And registered any law of time being enforced that union territories, provided that the registered or as the case may be principal office of the company, corporation, institution, association or body in all cases is an Indian company. Next, a domestic company it is an Indian company or any other company which, in respect of its finance, the prescribed arrangement for the declaration and payment within India. Its dividend, including the dividend on preference shares payable out of such income. Thus, all Indian companies are treated as domestic company, but all domestic companies are not treated as an Indian company. If a foreign company makes prescribed arrangement for payment of dividend in India, shall be treated as domestic company. So, Indian companies are the part of domestic company. Foreign companies means a company which is not a domestic company. That is a company registered outside India. In any other foreign country, the foreign company may be treated as domestic company if such company makes prescribed arrangement in India. Then, in case of an industrial company where goods sector is categorized of stocks of company who produce capital goods in the construction and manufacturing business, in the industrial goods sector makes and sell machinery, equipments and supplies that are used to produce other goods rather than sold directly to consumer. It is basically the goods manufactured by the organization sale to the manufacturers. Beside this, to consumer. It is B2B. Industrial company is B2B business. Other types of company, which is related to widely held company, closely held company. It is a company in which the public are substantially interested. It is the company in which public are not substantially interested. Then it becomes a widely and closely held company. Investment company whose gross total income consists mainly of income which is chargeable under the head income from house property, capital gain and income from other sources. Then if I talk about the crux of these companies, then I can say on behalf of these companies, chargeability will arise. The chargeability of Indian company and domestic company, foreign company, or tax liability will generate as per the declaration and payment of dividend. By these company, the government will be able to generate the income and will be able to collect the tax from the domestic and Indian and a foreign company. Thank you.